Welcome into Canali Arena as the CBU Bucks getting set to take on the West Florida Argonauts here on this Saturday afternoon. We'll get to starting lineups. We'll break down the matchup in a second, but first we pause for the national anthem.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Canali Arena for today's Gulf South Conference matchup between the visiting University of West Florida Argonauts and your Christian Brothers University Lady Bucks. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we please ask you rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Now, let's meet the starting lineup. First, the visiting Argonauts. At forward, 6'1" senior from Broken Point, Minnesota, number 1, Jacqueline Jarman. At guard, 5'5" junior from Converse Code, Texas, number 2, Maddie Rickon. At guard, 5'8" graduate student from Fort Walton Beach, Florida, number 12, Kennedy Brown. At guard, 5'8" senior from SC.
And again, we welcome you to Canali Arena. The CBU Bucks getting set here to take on the West Florida Argonauts, the third-ranked team in the Gulf South Conference. We just saw their starting lineups come through. Jacqueline Jarnett, Zoe Pillar, the two pillars down low for the Argonauts, both scoring over 16 points a game, both primarily getting it done in the paint. That is going to be the challenge for CBU. Also completing that starting lineup for West Florida, Maddie Griffon, Gabby Brown, and Charlotte Elmore, the guards for the Argonauts. For CBU, their starting lineup being announced right now: Darcy Doran, the 5'10" junior guard, first announced. Next is Isabella Jones, the St. Benedict at Auburndale alum, Memphis native, in the lineup here. Carla Bates, also speaking of Memphis natives, from Arlington, Tennessee, and Arlington High School, Carla Bates. Emily Jones, the leading scorer for CBU, now averaging over 20 points a game. She scored 20 points or more in 6 of her last 7 games, accounts for 30% of the team's overall scoring, always key for them. And rounding out the starting lineup, the third Memphis native in this lineup in Yaya Coleman, Southwind High School alum, junior guard, standing at 5'10". The CBU Bucks in the home whites, West Florida in the blue and green road jerseys. And talking with CBU before the game, you know, this is about as good of a 1-2 punch up front that they will see all season in Jarnett and Pillar. We're underway here at Canali Arena. Tip is won by West Florida. Bringing it up is Griffon. And right away seeing that CBU zone. And they get a takeaway right off the bat. Good start for the Bucks. High-low action underneath. They get the bucket to Isabella Jones. And CBU up in front and on the board first, leading 2-0. From the free throw line, dish down low, and Pillar ties it up at 2 apiece. Put back buckets, that is what the 6'2" freshman does for the Argonauts so well. We saw it there. The Argonauts coming off a 72-38 loss at Union. As that one will be a CBU ball. We'll stay with West Florida. Argonauts shot just 28% in that loss at Union. Turnaround off the inbound for Jarnett. And it's a 4-2 West Florida lead. Jones at the top of the key. Kick out over to Carla Bates. Shot clock at 7 seconds. Coleman out to Jones for the floater. So an empty possession here for CBU. Now West Florida a chance to make it a 2-possession game here in the opening couple minutes. Jarnett for the long 2. Just a bit long. Coleman pulls down the board over Pillar. Not an easy task. Coleman pulling up for 3. It's off the mark. Jarnett off the left block. Not much Coleman can do with that. This is what Florida does. This is how they hurt you. Shot pops up there from Doran on the drive. Bates will inbound for the Bucks. It's a 6-2 lead for West Florida here in the opening couple minutes. Bates gets a screen, pulls up the 3, just off the back iron. CBU dropping back into that zone. High-low action. Pillar gets the and 1. And the 63% free throw shooter gets it to go. The Argonauts freshman already up to 5 points here in the opening 3 minutes. It's a 9-2 lead for West Florida. Answer there from Jones. Back to a 5-point game. And a travel here on West Florida's leading scorer. And an early turnover, early chance for CBU. West Florida is going to make a lot of shots, especially in the paint. That's what they do. CBU is just going to have to capitalize when they slip up. Here's an early chance to do just that. Late in the shot clock, 6 seconds. Coleman, crossover pull-up off the back iron. Jarnett with the rebound for West Florida. Forcing Pillar to fire up from 10 feet. She still hits over Coleman. Makes it an 11-4 game. Darcy Doran off the right block. 11-6 now. Argos lead. Peyton Lewis now into the game for West Florida. Pulling up for three, Gabby Brown. As that one skips out on the baseline. CBU ball into the game for CBU. Jeremiah Montgomery, the 6-foot freshman forward. Coming off Yaya Coleman. Montgomery on the kick out. Doran the drive in. And the board is won by Jarnett. Believe that's her third already. Another 3-ball attempt there from Gabby Brown. Skips off the top of the iron here. And at the first media break, it's an 11-6 West Florida lead. Looks like we'll be having Braylee McMath coming in for her first minutes for CBU when we come back. Welcome back to Canale Arena. We knew going in West Florida was a team that rebounded the ball well, plus 8.5 rebounding margin so far this season, 13-3 their record. That they feature two post players that are double-double threats every game, and so far we've seen just that, an 11-6 lead for West Florida, but CBU a chance to cut into that here. As you mentioned, Braylee McMath into the game now for the Bucks. The turnaround can't finish is Montgomery. Jarnett blocked by Montgomery on the other end. Making up for the miss with the defense. CBU getting a fresh possession here. Emily Jones drawing the foul here. That one against Jenna Gallimore into the game for the Argonauts. Her first foul for West Florida in this game. Emily Jones trying to make something happen in the corner. Now Montgomery at the free throw line. 6 seconds on the shot clock, trying to get to that left block, meeting Pillar. She stays with it. 2 seconds now. Jones for the three, connects as the shot clock expires. And it's just a 2-point game as West Florida brings it up. Isabella Jones with the first three of the game for either team. Pillar underneath, drawing the foul on Montgomery. Pillar already up to 7 points, looking for more as she heads to the line. Coleman checks in for Isabella Jones. Pillar missed her first attempt. The last game, that lopsided loss at Union. Pillar had 15 points, 11 rebounds as she hits the second one, makes it a 3-point game. The freshman McMath on the drive coughs it up to Gallimore. Has a foul called here on Coleman as Jarnett drove in. That's Coleman's second already here in the first quarter. So in is Anna Ahala. Jarnett 2 for 2 at the line. A 70% free throw shooter. She's now up to 6 points early as Emily Jones firing off a long three and connects. Back to a 2-point game. The two Joneses for CBU connecting for the first couple threes of this game. Jarnett, 10-footer rims out. Ahala gets it underneath. In transition, Doran left block getting tied up. Turns around, nice footwork from the junior. Gets it to go, we're all tied up at 14. Defense chance from the CBU bench as the three misses. CBU with a chance to take the lead. Their first potential lead coming. But Montgomery gets tied up here underneath the basket. And West Florida a chance to go back in front as the three ball misses. Substitutions here for West Florida. Coming in, Amara Newsom and Gabby Brown. Isabella Jones back into the game for CBU. She replaces Jeremiah Montgomery. Your CBU 5, Ahala, McMath, Isabella and Emily Jones, and Darcy Doran. McMath for the long two, just a bit short. As West Florida will have it. They say it was last touched by the Bucks. In the paint, Amara Newsom can't get it to go. We're still tied at 14. Jones, kick out to Doran. Now Ahala, top of the key. And that one is off the mark. Down low, Pillar. With the offensive foul here. Ahala hanging in. Minute to go here in this first quarter, still tied at 14 apiece. Jones pulling up for three. Yes! Christian Brothers with their largest lead of the day. It's 17-14 Bucks. Long two goes over the top. Pillar trying to come down with it. Fight for the board. Emily Jones gets it. The Bucks are fighting. The shot clock is off. 18 seconds to go in this first quarter. McMath on the drive. Looking to get it back out. Doran on the kick to Isabella Jones. The three misses and coming down with it, West Florida. 4 seconds to go in the quarter. Brown on the drive. It won't go. Fight for the board. And at the end of one, it's a 17-14 CBU lead over the 13-3 West Florida Argonauts. The Bucks are fighting. The Bucks are being effective. And they have a 3-point lead to show for it as we head into the second quarter. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Canale Arena. Through one, CBU leading 17-14. An exciting close to that first quarter with the Bucks on a 13-3 run, looking to add to that right now against a 13-3 West Florida team. Doran on the kick out to Carla Bates for three. Just a bit long. Tie up underneath, and they'll call a jump ball. Good hanging in there from Jones against Pillar. Be hard-pressed to find a tougher threat on the boards than the 6'2" freshman in Zoe Pillar in the Gulf South. 16.1 points, 9.4 rebounds a game. As we see her fighting for that one off the miss. Bates gets it away from her. In transition, the kick to Emily Jones for three. Yes! The sophomore with her third triple of the game. It's a 20-14 CBU lead. Emily Jones with the takeaway. And just couldn't handle a dribble, came out. So Jacqueline Jarnett, the leading scorer for the Argonauts, will be the one to inbound. Pillar on the turnaround, connects. The West Florida freshman now in double digits with 10 as the Argos get their first bucket of the quarter. Doran the three. Rattles out. Pillar with the board. Pillar already 10 points, 5 rebounds so far here. Just a couple minutes into this second quarter. Emily Jones, the leading scorer, though, with 11. West Florida swinging it around the arc. The little floater falls from Peyton Lewis. Just a 2-point game now. Carla Bates trying to change that, but it's a bit long. Jarnett recovers. West Florida +4 on the rebounding margin so far. But CBU's had a couple of those on the turnovers. Jones on the drive, it falls. Emily Jones, 5 for 6 so far today, 13 points. It's a 4-point Christian Brothers lead. Montgomery and Crawford at midcourt getting ready to check in. Is the foul called here against Emily Jones? It's her first. And the first of this second quarter. Crawford and Montgomery in for CBU. Hulme, a native of Finland, in for West Florida. Three ball falls for Charlotte Elmore. More than half of her shots come from deep. Is the first foul going here against Jarnett. CBU inbounding here. Crawford on the wing as the shot clock under 10. Jones on the kick out. They'll call a charge as Hulme hung in there and gets the Argos the ball back. Doran checks in. Jones comes off. Now CBU dealing with their leading scorer, Emily Jones, now sitting at 2 fouls. Three ball misses. West Florida to inbound. That's Elmore underneath the basket. Lewis cross court. Finds Elmore, back to Lewis for the three. Montgomery on the rebound. CBU clinging to the 1-point lead. Montgomery finds Bates outside for three and hits. The Arlington native getting them back in front by 3. They'll say it was a long 2, not a triple there. And that'll be a West Florida turnover. Hey, 24-21. Christian Brothers leading West Florida. 5:40 to go here in this second quarter. Doran drives to the paint. The kick out. Montgomery. The three won't go. Don't see a ton of those from Montgomery. Just 16 on the year. Bucks back with it. Bates on the drive. Call a blocking foul. The bucket won't go, but she'll go to the line. Carla Bates, a 68% free throw shooter. She's had her career high last Saturday at West Alabama, 14 points for the sophomore. as the first one didn't go. So an 0 for 2 showing for CBU at the line. Still a 3-point lead. Jarnett underneath. Montgomery hanging in there and drawing the charge. And that's Jarnett's second foul as well. So foul trouble now impacting both teams as both leading scorers have 2 fouls. And a big advantage here for CBU, just the damage of having both of those 2 key post players who are just such a rebounding and scoring threat. Now Jacqueline Jarnett dealing with 2 fouls. That's something they have to manage. All adds up to something good for CBU. They're in front 24-21. We'll be right back here from Canale Arena. Welcome back to Canale Arena. It's a 24-21 lead for CBU over West Florida. Under 5 minutes to play here in this second quarter. Offensive foul called against the Bucks. That one will go against Jeremiah Montgomery, her second foul. So foul trouble continuing here for Christian Brothers. Now 3 players with 2 fouls here in this first quarter. Montgomery, Coleman, and Emily Jones. All 3 of CBU's top 3 leading scorers. Quick 3 ball connects Charlotte Elmore. More than half of her shots are from deep. And you see why. She ties the game at 24 apiece. Chloe Crawford on the answer. Another player who gets most of her shots from beyond the arc. 81% of her shots come from three-point range, including her one today. Now back on the answer, Elmore. We're going shot for shot here. The pull-up three-point shooters. Tied at 27. Doran, the kick out to Crawford, just misses front iron. So if we were playing horse, that's an H for Crawford. On the miss there from Elmore. McMath pulling up. It rims out. A lot of threes raining down here out of this last media. High-low action now. Pillar picks up the bucket and the foul. This will be Pillar's 4th attempt at the line so far today. CBU has only had 2 free throws so far, compared to now 6 for West Florida. 30-27, West Florida back in front. Jones on the drive, picking up the charge. We've seen a lot of charges here in this second quarter. I believe that's the fourth one we've now seen in this game. That foul, by the way, on Holme, her second. Isabella Jones, 1 for 2 from the line, makes it a 2-point game. West Florida looking to add to it. Into the game, Amara Newsom for the Argos. Pillar underneath, double teamed, didn't matter. 4-point game. Pillar now up to 15 points. Does Bates get called for, I believe they were saying she stepped out there. Pillar again, that right block didn't matter, even though she was double teamed. 17 points now for the freshman. She's physical underneath. She imposes at 6'2". There's not a lot you can do when you already have two players on her. As McMath with the long 2 pull-up brings it back to a 4-point game. Under 2 minutes to go here. As we'll see a whistle, that one going against Doran, I believe. Excuse me, that one will be on Isabella Jones. Newsom, 1 for 2 from the line. She'd only missed 2 foul shots all season leading up to that. It was 12 of 14 before that trip. McMath, long 2, she's got it. CBU back within 3. 1:20 to play here in this first half. Brown top of the key. They try to find Newsom underneath, and she bobbles it. CBU chance to tie here. Bates, Isabella Jones, Doran, McMath, and Ahala, your 5 for the Bucks. McMath tied up. Can't beat the double team there as West Florida. Now back with it. 45 seconds to go, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Pillar looming in the paint. One bounce off the left block, she's got it. 19 points now for the West Florida freshman. 37-32, Argos lead. Less than a second difference between shot and game clock. 15 to go here. As McMath holds to waste some time. 9 seconds to go. The pass to Isabella Jones can't complete. Great pass from the freshman to Jones. 1 second to go. Emergency shot doesn't have a prayer. And CBU will head to the locker room down 5, 37-32 the score in a hard-fought first half. West Florida came on strong in that second quarter. leading by +8 on the rebounds at the moment. Now both teams in the 40s in the field goal percentage. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back here with your first half stats, break it down for you, and what to look forward to in the second half when we come back here from Canale Arena. 37-32, West Florida leading your CBU Bucks. Welcome back to Canale Arena, getting set for second half action here. A 37-32 West Florida lead over the CBU Bucks. Taking a look at your first half stats, the number one eye popper there is the freshman, the 6'2" freshman for the Argos, Zoe Pillar, 19 points, 7 rebounds, 8 of 9 from the field. She's gotten just about everything she wanted in the low blocks, has even spread it out to about a 10 or 12 footer at one point. Hasn't mattered for double team. She has dominated in that respect. But there are two major threats for West Florida. Jacqueline Jarnett, the other. And CBU has been able to limit her. 6 points, 5 rebounds in the first half. For the West Florida freshman, also had 2 fouls. CBU was leading for much of this game up until Emily Jones picked up her second foul. Running into foul trouble was CBU, and able to escape that first half with just a 5-point deficit as we get set here for second half action. The 5 out on the floor for CBU. McMath, Coleman, Doran, Emily Jones, and Isabella Jones. Jones top of the key to Jones at the top of the key. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Ball pops out of the hands of Jones, just a little hot to handle there from Isabella Jones. So West Florida now coming up with it. 2 fouls apiece for Emily Jones, Yaya Coleman, and Jeremiah Montgomery, the 3 leading scorers for CBU in that first half. As Jarnett can't connect there. Coleman in transition. Stops for numbers. McMath for 3. Rims out. As Pillar comes down with it. Her 8th rebound. Pillar picking up the foul here on CBU. That one will go against, believe that was against Coleman. Yes, it was. That's her 3rd. And it was not in the act of shooting, so they'll call that one against. They'll just give West Florida the ball. West Florida gives it right to CBU. In transition, Doran to McMath. Jones, top of the key, 3 ball, yes. Hand in her face, didn't matter. Now just a 2-point game. Three air balls here from West Florida, and CBU will have a chance to tie or take the lead here. Anna Hala into the game for the Bucks. The handoff to Jones on the drive, and 1. Amazing what can happen when your leading scorer gets back into the game. Emily Jones here at the line, chance to take the lead for the Bucks. And she hits 38-37. CBU back in front over the 13-3 West Florida. Kick out to Jarnett for 3. Well long, skips up the top. Nice rebound from Doran. Jones drawing the foul here. That one going against Peyton Lewis. Jones on the drive gets it to go. A 3-point lead now for CBU. Emily Jones over 20 points for the 7th time in her last 8 games. The sophomore on fire for CBU. Jarnett won't get the bucket, but she does pick up the foul call. That'll send Jarnett to the line. She's 2 for 2 from the charity stripe so far today. As she misses on the front end. So 1 of 2 showing for Jarnett at the line. Now just a 2-point lead for CBU. McMath trying to find something happening here. Instead, it's a turnover. Carla Bates getting ready to check in midcourt. And that'll be a foul on McMath as she comes off here in place of Bates. McMath accounting for 3 of the CBU 8 turnovers so far. Lewis on the drive. Fight for the board, won by Doran. Bates, left wing, pull up. It won't go. Montgomery and Coleman getting ready to check in for CBU. Pillar. Long pull up for her. It missed off the left side of the basket. Now a pull up from Ahala connects, and it's a 4-point CBU lead. Long 3-ball coming down from Charlotte Elmore of Essex, England. That's her 3rd triple of the game. Accounting for all 3 of West Florida's triples so far today. Ahala firing off one. It won't go. Three-pointer won't go. Bates in transition, right down Broadway, goes up over the top. West Florida back with it. High-low action, Pillar gets it to go. Up to 21 points for West Florida's imposing freshman. West Florida looking to add to the 1-point lead. Turnaround. Pillar won't go. Emily Jones in the paint. Turnaround. That won't go. Both teams trading misses here. $3 waiting to check in here at midcourt. as Pillar's shot pops out. CBU settles into the half court. As they'll call that a foul on Jarnett. That'll be her third as we go into a media break here. A 43-42 lead for West Florida with 3:26 left to go here in the third quarter. We'll be right back here from Canale Arena with more of your second half action. CBU coming out of the media with the ball, looking to get back in front here, down one. The handoff to Doran on the drive, off the window and into the hands of Pillar. Her 9th board in this game, one away from a double-double for West Florida's freshman. 3-second violation going against Pillar. So Bucks get a break here. McMath, Coleman, Montgomery, Jones, and Doran, who has the basketball right now at the top of the key. Coleman turning around, thinking basket all the way. She gets it to go. Yaya Coleman with her first basket of the game. And it puts CBU back in front, 44-43. Kick out to Brown for the corner triple. Skips off the top. Rebound West Florida, bucket Pillar. 45-44 as the seesaw tilts in favor of the Argos. Coleman a three. It rattles out. Brown with the board for West Florida. Three-point attempt from Elmore doesn't go. Elmore on the drive and kick. The three ball connects from Fani Holmi, the Finland native, putting West Florida up by 4. Emily Jones called for the offensive foul as Holmi gets her for the second time today. And that's the third personal on Emily Jones. Jarnett back into the game for West Florida. The 5 for the Argos. Holmi, Elmore, Jarnett, Brown, and Gallimore. Jarnett trying to work her way to the left block, gets it to go off the glass. After quite a bit of back and forth. West Florida establishing a 6-point lead here in the final minute of the third quarter. Coleman, top of the arc. Montgomery taking the baseline cut, gets it to go, just a 4-point game now. 45 seconds on the clock. CBU could use a stop right here. Holme. Short pull-up, gets her own board. The kick out over to Gallimore now on the drive. Gets the lay-in to go. 6-point game. Shot clock is off. 19 seconds to go in this third quarter. Coleman turning around on Holme. In and out. Rebound goes to West Florida. 10 seconds to go here. 5, 4, 3, and the basket. Just before the buzzer coming in from Charlotte Elmore. Her first make inside the three-point line today. Hands CBU an 8-point deficit to work with. 10 minutes to go here. The Bucks down 54-46. But as we mentioned, a quarter to work with. We'll be right back here from Canale Arena. Welcome back to Canale Arena. It's an 8-point deficit for CBU. West Florida with the ball as we start this fourth quarter. Bucks trying to build a comeback, and a great way to start it. The turnover forced by Montgomery. And she'll go to the line here, trying to cut into that 8-point deficit. The 6-foot freshman with a great steal. Montgomery hits the first one, an 80% free throw shooter for a 6-foot forward. Not really a true forward. I had spoken to Coach about this last week. She really can play any position here. She goes 2 for 2 from the line, makes it a 6-point game. You don't see many forwards that shoot over 80% from the free throw line. But as I mentioned, Jeremiah Montgomery, not your traditional big. 54-48, West Florida leads. The pull-up from Elmore connects. Brings it to a 9-point lead, the largest of the day for West Florida. McMath at the center logo. Talking with Coach Carmack, trying to make something happen here instead of whistle. Foul on Elmore. So CBU will have a chance here at a set play. Coleman inbounds to Isabella Jones. Now Emily Jones at the top of the key. Montgomery goes baseline. Jones picks up the whistle. That one's another one on Elmore. Her first two of the game coming in the last 15 seconds of action. Inbound for McMath gets taken away by West Florida. That's Gallimore. Nine to play, and West Florida looking to make this one a double-digit lead for the first time today, and they do just that. Their leading scorer, Jacqueline Jarnett, she's dealt with foul trouble. Still now with a chance at another double-double for her. She's got 11 points, 9 rebounds. Coleman, the pull-up for three, doesn't go. And West Florida recovers. Gabby Brown now in transition. Gallimore tried to go high-low to Pillar. Coleman gets the takeaway. CBU needs to capitalize, but a travel called here on Coleman. This one's starting to slip away from the Bucks. Still within striking distance, down just 9, but they need a stop. Doran at midcourt getting ready to check in for CBU. Jarnett, 12-footer. Now a 13-point West Florida edge. Montgomery, long angle off the glass. And a timeout. This will go as a media here for CBU. It's an 11-point deficit. 7:26 to work with here when we come back here from Canale Arena. Welcome back to Canale Arena. 61-50, West Florida leading. With 7:20 to play in this one. And a foul called here on Pillar. So the offensive foul gives CBU a break here. Doran in the short corner, dribbles around in the paint, gets it to go. Back to single digits here. Bucks take advantage of the mistake from West Florida. Can they force another? Brown, pull-up doesn't go. Pillar on the board. Loose ball. Pillar dives into the West Florida bench. That one last touched by West Florida, so CBU again getting a break. Emily Jones on the drive. From the second hash mark, turned around. But a whistle here will send Jones to the line. Jones hits the first one. That's why she's an 85% free throw shooter. Jones up to 23 points, 6 away from her career high here. More importantly, getting her team within 7. Pillar misses again. Coleman giving her fits. And this one will be a foul against Darcy Doran, sending Pillar to the line. Pillar, a 63% free throw shooter. She's 3 for 4 from the line so far today. First one rims out. Pillar up to 23 points, 11 rebounds today. Makes 12 straight double-digit scoring games for her. And her second double-double in a row. Hits the back end of it. Makes this an 8-point game again. Jones on the drive and kick to Doran for 3. Yes! Bucks within 5, 6 minutes to play. Elmore looking for movement from her team. CBU going with that zone again. Pillar turning around in front of the basket. She's got it. And a turnover called. So you can take that one off the board. It's a 5-point game. Several miscues from the West Florida freshman. CBU's been taking advantage, helping to whittle that 13 lead point down to now just 3. A 13-point edge, now just 3. West Florida with the basketball. Their leading scorer, Jarnett, dribbling the left block. Foul called here, that one against Isabella Jones. So the senior Jacqueline Jarnett goes to the line. Jarnett hits the first one, a 69% free throw shooter coming into today. Misses the back end. CBU gets it. Down 4. McMath with the dribble drive and score. It's a 2-point game. 5 minutes to go. CBU very much in this one. Down just 1 possession. 63-61, and McMath gets the takeaway. In transition. The lay-in goes. We're all tied up at 63 apiece. As the timeout called here. 4:43 to go. We go into a media break here, the final one of regulation. We're all tied up at 63 apiece. They, at one point, were down 13 here in this fourth quarter, but in the last 3 minutes, CBU on a 15-2 run has come back to tie this one. Exciting basketball going on right now at Canale Arena, and we're not done. 63 apiece, 4:43 to go. Boy, do we have a good one here at Canale Arena. CBU has rallied on a 15-2 run to tie this game at 63 apiece. And what was almost a takeaway will instead be a whistle. This one going against Yaya Coleman. Her fourth foul. West Florida will inbound. Peyton Lewis into the game for the Argos. She gets it off the inbound. Jarnett, straightaway three, and it just drops in, gets the friendly roll. 3-point lead now for West Florida. Does CBU have an answer? Jones to Jones. Emily on the drive. Over the top. And Pillar has the rebound, and she has her double-double. 24 points, 12 boards for the freshman. They've corrected the scoreboard, by the way. That was a 2. So now, along with this 2, now a 4-point lead. 67-63 West Florida leads is the correct score. 4-point lead as CBU tries to answer. Doran on the drive. Doesn't get the bucket, but she does get the foul call. These will be Doran's first free throw attempts today. Darcy Doran, the junior guard from Franklin, Tennessee. She gets the back end to go. Brings the Bucks within 3. Pillar, long 2, air balls. Jarnett tried for the recovery, swiped away from Doran. And a chance for CBU to tie this one up. Under 3 to play. Jones underneath. And it falls. It's just a 1-point game now. 67-66 West Florida leading as a timeout called. Emily Jones up to 25 points, knocking on the door of her career high. And the Bucks knocking on the door of an upset over the 13-3 West Florida. We've got excitement here at Canale Arena. We'll be right back in just a moment. CBU coming out of the huddle, down just 1. West Florida will inbound. Jarnett, loose ball, last touched by West Florida, it appeared, and they'll confirm. CBU basketball. Your 5 for the Bucks, Montgomery, McMath, both Isabella and Emily Jones, and Darcy Doran. Down just 1, 2.5 to play. Montgomery Off the right block. Oh, just rims out. Gets the rebound. And it falls. And CBU has the lead 68-67. CBU chanting defense. In the zone. West Florida has had trouble with. They haven't seen a lot of zone this year. And Emily Jones with the key takeaway. The errant pass lands right in the hands of the sophomore. Can CBU capitalize? 11 seconds on the shot clock. Doran on the drive. It just skips over the top, but there is a whistle. This one goes against Holme, and that will send Doran to the line. Doran 1 for 2 from the line so far today. She's got the first one. CBU up 2 now. Minute 25 to go. Make it a 3-point. Bucks lead. Darcy Doran connecting with a pair of key free throws. 1:15 to play. Pillar. The kick out to Elmore. She wants the three instead. The bounce pass to Pillar. And they'll call a foul on Emily Jones. Pillar at the line. Shooting 63% on the season so far today. She is 4 of 6. The freshman has been a dominant presence offensively, 26 points, 12 rebounds, has also had some key turnovers, some key freshman mistakes late that allowed CBU back into this game, helped them go on the 15-2 run that tied this up earlier in the fourth quarter. She goes 1 of 2 from the line, so it's a 2-point game as CBU looks to add to it here. Final minute now. Ten seconds on the shot clock. McMath feeds Montgomery. Back out to McMath. The 3 ball. Misses front iron. Pillar on the rebound. Second difference between shot and game clock. Jarnett underneath. We're tied up at 70 apiece. Timeout called here from CBU. Full timeout. Boy, has this been a good game. West Florida coming off a lopsided loss at Union. Christian Brothers coming off a loss here back on Thursday. Both teams fighting here for this win. Neither of them want to fall to 0-2 on the week. But what a fight so far from CBU. They fell down early in a 9-2 hole. They came back to tie and then take the lead. Their largest lead was 6 points at the beginning of the second quarter. They had a 20-14 edge. Then Emily Jones, their top 3 scorers, all had 2 fouls in that second quarter. And West Florida capitalized, going up by as much as 13 in the fourth quarter. But then, as we mentioned, some key mistakes from West Florida, key turnovers. 17 turnovers for West Florida so far today, just 11 for CBU. And Christian Brothers has capitalized on just about every opportunity, and that's what you need to do to beat a quality team like this in West Florida. Doran to inbound. Shot clock is off. McMath to Emily Jones. Jones getting double teamed. And they'll call a foul against Holme. And Emily Jones will go to the line with a chance to give CBU the lead. 14.5 on the game clock. Jessie Carmack having a huddle here with her players on the floor. As Jones hits the first one, it's a 71-70 lead. Two for two from Emily Jones. Timeout here from West Florida. So a 2-point CBU lead, 14.5 left on the game clock. And we know this about West Florida. Their two best scorers, they get it done in the paint, off the blocks, down low. Even the short corner they can pull it out for. They've seen primarily man-to-man. Nonetheless, two of their two top scorers average over 16 points a game. They are major forces in the paint. And nonetheless, they've seen a ton of man-to-man this season. They have not seen a primarily zone defense team like CBU. And as you can see, it's reflective in the score. 72-70 CBU leads. This now the most important defensive possession that maybe CBU has had all season. Brown to inbound for West Florida. Eight seconds left. The three ball misses Pillar. Trying for the recovery. Montgomery gets the rebound. 2 seconds and one. And they'll stop the clock for the foul here. Sending Montgomery to the line to try to ice this one. A terrific defensive possession from CBU. They are fired up on the bench. 0.8 seconds to go. This one isn't over quite yet. But CBU just looking to celebrate here. As Montgomery hits the first one. Timeout called from CBU. A miss would seal it. A make would seal it. A miss would give West Florida a prayer here with 0.8 to go. And Montgomery seals it here. 74-70. That should about do it. Full timeout here from West Florida. And you talk about all of the hard work, all that's gone into this season. It's been an up and down year for CBU. But to be able to come in here, be effective against a West Florida team that sports just about the best 1-2 punch inside that this Bucks team will see all season. And they've rolled with the punches. Hiller had 27 points in this game. Jarnett 18, both with double-doubles. But this CBU team has not laid down. 4 players in double figures. Emily Jones with 27. They've forced turnovers. They've disrupted defensively. And that'll about do it. CBU earning the upset over the 13 and now 4 West Florida. 74-70 the final score. They battled, they disrupted, they deflected, they forced 17 turnovers on the West Florida Argonauts. And Christian Brothers University comes away with the big 74-70 win over West Florida. And the celebration is on here at Canale Arena. Taking a look at your final stats here. As I mentioned, 17 turnovers for West Florida compared to just 11 for CBU. The Bucks shot 46% in this game. West Florida shot 42%. CBU went 7 of 23 from distance. West Florida, 6 of 23. Their 1-2 punch of Pillar and Jarnett both had double-doubles in this effort. Pillar, a career-high 27 in the loss, 14 rebounds. Emily Jones nearly missing a career-high 27 points. She worked around foul trouble, 9 of 12, a perfect 4 of 4 from deep, a perfect 5 of 5 from the free throw line. She gets it done, and an exciting finish here at Canale Arena. We have the men's game coming up in just about 25 minutes. Hard act to follow here after the women get it done 74-70 over West Florida. We'll be back in a bit with the men's game.